I'm glad you've come to join us, Israelites. I don't recognize any of you. Are you Egyptians? You're not dressed like Egyptians. But we were in such a hurry when we left Egypt, it's hard to know who ended up where. Well, you've come right time. This is history in the making. We Israelites have been captive in Egypt for over 400 years. Such a long time. But that's all over now. God is leading us towards a new promised land. As I said, we moved from Egypt in a real hurry. If you had to move from your home in a real hurry, what's the one thing that you would bring with you? I'd give you a moment to think about your answer. Maybe it would be your dog or your favorite stuffed animal. You know, it hasn't been easy for some of us people since we've left Egypt. I think some of them are having a hard time trusting God, which I don't understand, because God is so amazing. He has been leading us by a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. Day and night, we know He is there. And of course, there's this little thing God did with the Red Sea. If that wasn't a miracle, I don't know what is. But let me back it up for a moment and start at the beginning. As I said, God helped free our people from Pharaoh in Egypt. Pharaoh told us to pack up our things and get out of Egypt. We did. There was about 1 million of us Israelites, and God was guiding us through the desert. One night, God told us to camp by the Red Sea. He had a plan. He wanted all the Egyptians to know He was the one and true God, that He was the one who saved us Israelites. The next morning, Pharaoh changed his mind about letting us go. He pursued us with hundreds of chariots and officers. You should have seen the faces of our people. They were terrified. And I was scared because the people were so angry with me. They thought I brought them out to the desert to die. But God gave me strength. He gave me the words to say to the people. Fear not. Stand firm. And see the salvation of the Lord. He will work for you today. For the Egyptians who you see today, you shall never see again. The Lord will fight for you, and all you have to be is silent. Then God had me lift my staff and stretch my hands over the sea. I've seen some amazing things. God talking to me through a burning bush, water turning into blood, my staff turning into a snake. But this was just awesome. As I stretched my hand over the sea was divided. Suddenly, we were able to cross the Red Sea on dry land. Then God, as a pillar of cloud, came and stood between the Egyptians and us. God protected us and made way for our escape. Then, when the last of us crossed the other side, the Egyptians pursued us. And they went into the midst of the sea. God had me stretch out my hands over the sea, and the sea returned to normal. Not one Egyptian survived. Can you believe it? God led us safely through the middle of the Red Sea. He kept us safe from the Egyptians. When we were there at the Red Sea, it seemed like we were in a terrifying and impossible situation. But on that day, God taught us no matter how scary or hopeless a situation looks, to remember, God is with us. So trust God.